another episode of Live and Laugh. It's going to be episode 9. I know it's going to be episode 9 because Ed's on his shit and I know he's going to upload it. So, episode 9, we are closing in on 10 episodes. So here's the plan of action today. We have our client James here. Say hello, James.
Alright.
How's it bloody going, bud?
Here we go.
If everyone doesn't know, James from Wales, from the valleys. So basically, we're gonna go. We're gonna spend this week with James. Obviously, today Ed's gonna be with us, and we're gonna talk about how bodybuilding, how particularly coaching has helped you progress as an individual.
Yeah.
We're obviously not going to go into too much detail right now, but we will sit down and do a little bit of a backstory with James, and obviously how his anxiety has been positively affected from the process of personal progression, focusing on bodybuilding, and obviously me as a coach helping him through that as well. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be today. We're also going to train. I know you guys love Ed's naughty edits. He's going to be chucking another one of them bad boys in. So then we're going to do that. We're going to be back at S20 because the light in there is fucking spiffing. You know, it's just amazing. It makes me look amazing. The plan of action is I've got a one-to-one client check-in Zoom call at 11:30, and then we're going to have some food, and then we're probably going to train around about 2-3 o'clock. So what we're going to do is get some clips of the one-to-one check-in with Dan, who's a client from Australia, and then we'll roll on to the sit-down video with James, and then we'll go train. So yeah, bosh.
How are you, bro?
Yes, good, very well.
But yeah, like my knees are still being sore, so I've stayed off the stairs yesterday and today. I jumped on the stairs for 15 minutes today, and it just hurt. So
obviously, the last thing I want you to do is be doing exercise that's going to aggravate anything. So what I might do is go a bit more aggressive with the nutrition this week, but then take out the Stairmaster completely and just focus on your step count.
Yeah.
Would you be okay with that? In terms of obviously it's going to suck the dick with the diet, but
yeah,
that's what we'll have to do. So what we'll do is we'll take out the rice and the white potato from meal 2 and 3.
Yep.
And we'll just increase the amount of vegetables that we'll have in that meal. Okay? Okay, so obviously meal 3 and meal 2 just look at chicken breast, asparagus and broccoli. Meal 3 is beef mince with asparagus and broccoli. So the only meal that you're having with some form of carbohydrates in will be the sweets pre-workout, and then also the post-workout cereal with whey protein and yogurt. Okay? Moving forward, your check-ins will be Mondays now because I've restructured my time a little bit due to obviously taking on more clients, and I've just basically restructured the way that I'm doing certain things. So obviously Mondays is now going to be my Zoom call check-in days, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are now my business mentee check-in days, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday is going to be my Loom check-in and voice note check-in days.
Talk to you next week.
Alright, no worries man, catch you later, yeah, have a good week.
Yeah, you too, bro.
So, yeah, bye. Right, so that is Dan the Man. Fucking amazing accent, isn't it? I put the vegetables in the steamer. When he said that, I was like, that's so sick, bro. The fucking steamer. So yeah, Dan's all good. Obviously, we've changed a few things about. And this is why, obviously, I like coaching, because every single client has different things that pop up during the week. We've obviously been smashing the cardio. He says his knees fucked, so we take the cardio out and make a few adjustments to the diet program. And then we go ahead forward again with another week, and then we'll see how things adapt, and then we'll check in with him next week. But now I'm gonna have meal 1, which is eggs and a bit of veg, and then we're gonna sit down with James. Jamesy boy, up the fucking boys, bud. And we're gonna talk everything positive about coaching and bodybuilding. So I'll catch you in the next clip. Yes, my people, so we are joined with the lovely James Macken, and obviously what I want to do is just go through a few things in terms of his journey, and obviously as well how coaching and particularly bodybuilding as a process has helped him overcome some of his mental illnesses, would you say?
Yeah, illness, yeah, sure.
Yeah, so first of all, obviously one thing I wanted to ask in terms of the effectiveness of sort of bodybuilding and as it's processed in your own scenario, like how have you used bodybuilding to help you with your anxiety?
Well, we had this conversation yesterday when we went for a walk, and it's like, you know, bodybuilding, especially if you have a goal in place, which I think is very important. You know, you have to put the work in every day, and no one's going to do it for you, you know. And I never really felt motivated about anything else before, in terms of career-wise or even hobby-wise. And I fell into training by accident, especially over lockdown where I was working from home. And the only thing I wanted to do and look forward to that day when I had nothing else to do was train, even in my kitchen with a few weights, you know. I was like, well, even on like really bad days when I felt like shit, you know, I was like, that's the only thing I want to do, and I really enjoyed it. And as I started, you know, putting on some size and gaining a bit more knowledge, I just fell in love with it really. And I still look forward to it every day to this day, and it's only been a few years, you know. So
obviously, so the people that are watching, obviously, James takes medication currently for is it anxiety and depression, both. Yeah. So obviously, in terms of the process of like going to the gym and training, how positively has that impacted the reliance on those?
Oh, bro, it's massively.
Because I remember you, when you first came to me, you were like, I'm really reliant on these pills, and sometimes you come off, sometimes you go on.
Yeah, bro, and
would you think that you'd have got to that point without bodybuilding? No.
Like, you just don't know what people are going through behind those doors, and it sounds so cliche, but it's just true. And you know, with going to the gym and, you know, putting that effort in and putting that work in, it's a great way to relieve that stress, you know, or put those emotions into something positive by bettering yourself instead of just sitting there and letting them bottle up, which is what I was doing when I was at home. So you go to the gym and you put your graft in, and I actually enjoy it. I don't feel like I have to do that.
Yeah.
I actually enjoy it, you know, and that's very important that you actually enjoy the process.
Yeah. So you talk about the process. Like, what part of bodybuilding has allowed you to progress the most mentally? So obviously you struggle with your anxiety, you struggle with your progression, your depression. In terms of one aspect of the bodybuilding in particular, is it the structure within your nutrition? Is it the training that is the most effective in terms of helping you with your mental health?
Well, I'm quite OCD with things as well.
Yeah.
Like, I like to have things in order and know what I'm doing. So knowing that I need to do certain things each day by sticking to my diet, eating X, Y, Z, getting X, Y, Z steps, you know, doing this many sets, etc. The satisfaction of completing that, going to bed that night knowing I put a graft in for that day, knowing that it's going to be worth it and knowing it's going to get me somewhere, is very rewarding.
So it gives you that purpose.
Yeah, for sure. Knowing
is that a purpose that you didn't feel like you had before you?
Yeah, but I didn't have a clue what I was doing, bro.
Yeah.
I used to work in like an accounting job. I was a lifeguard. Did like sports journalism for a year in uni. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. But I always worried about that because people say, "Oh, I want to be this." I didn't have a clue.
Yeah.
You know, and I fell into it by accident, and it's like a blessing in disguise sort of thing.
Yeah, because you've now used it. Obviously, James has been a client for nearly a year now, hasn't he?
Yeah, bro.
My G, my God. But now, obviously, he's started his own personal training business, and I've obviously helped him develop into an online coach as well. And obviously, this is where the progression of that has taken you. And obviously, you started with not really having that purpose, and then using bodybuilding from a personal progression standpoint, and now obviously allowing it to increase your level of income as well, which is great. Now, obviously, one thing I wanted to touch upon was in terms of the role that coaching, and obviously specifically my coaching here, because we're talking about my client James. What role has coaching played in your development as a person, as a bodybuilder?
My knowledge has gone through the roof, for sure.
And do you think, how important has that knowledge been in terms of how much you progressed?
It's given me an income. Income to
well,
do you know what I mean? Like, I actually enjoy what I do. I don't really see it as work.
Yeah.
And I had some basic knowledge, but not a lot.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can learn from Googling on.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Google, YouTube, how to do this, you know, and most of the stuff you find is people selling you things. You know, so having that knowledge from yourself, and you explaining things as well, not just saying I'm going to do this. You explain why.
Yeah. I think that's really important.
Yeah.
You know, that's something that I didn't do at the beginning of my coaching, but I feel like the way that you give the information, because the information's out there, you know, the information is there, like in regards to the fundamentals with nutrition training, but it's applying that to the individual, and obviously then allowing that to work around your specific routine. That's going to bring the best out of you, and I think that's been the key. So one thing I obviously wanted to ask you as well was, obviously, having started bodybuilding before coming on board with myself, how much structure and how much more benefit has the coaching provided you with on a level?
Put it this way, bro. When I came to you, I was very out of shape.
Yeah.
my mindset was skinny kid.
We'll put a picture here.
Yeah. Skinny kid has to bulk up. Bro, I used to eat everything in sight. So for context, I would work at home for 8 hours a day. But I was never hungry. I used to eat so much to the point where I would feel sick after meals. I had to take 20 minutes to actually just sit there because I thought you have to get meals and you have to get big.
Yeah.
And it helped me put on some size, but I probably wasn't training right, and I was out of shape.
Yeah.
And it really smacked me in the face going through that cut, the initial cut.
Yeah.
How difficult it was to shift that body fat. I didn't realise how out of shape I was.
And how much easier is it now as well? Because we're in prep now with James.
Yeah, bro. Now I have the knowledge, and obviously you're my coach as well, but I know why we're doing certain things now. Whereas before I didn't have a clue what to do. I just thought you have to eat all this rubbish, everything in front of you, much calories as possible, and that's not the case at all. And you don't want to do that.
Yeah. So, say in a hypothetical scenario, how much more time would you have wasted? Do you reckon had you not jumped on board with the coaching?
I don't think I would have stopped.
Yeah, you just would have kept kind of going in that direction.
And when I booked in a call yourself, I didn't think I was gonna sign up that day.
Yeah.
Not because I didn't want to, but because I was more just to see. I've never had an experience with the coach before, and after we had a chat on a call, and you experienced everything, I thought, well, let's just start today. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, why wait? Because I did get to that point where felt like I was getting stuck. With my own training, being stuck at home, and being out of shape. Yeah, it was cool to be a bit bigger, but I wasn't happy with how I looked.
Yeah.
And I wanted to, take it to the next level. Really.
What kind of made you want to get on a call?
I was just interested, bro, and I saw a client of yours at the time, posting about a show, and then he's obviously tagged yourself. I've gone on your profile, and I've seen that. A big thing for me is you've gone through that yourself.
Yeah.
You're obviously a bodybuilder, obviously.
Well, I haven't had it easy, I've been in some dark moments, man.
Yeah, but you're not just blurting out theory saying this is going to work. Yeah. Which I think some people do. And they can't do it for themselves. So I don't really know how they can do it with other people. But I can see you've done it for yourself. So obviously initially, just going off that initial sort of view.
Yeah, do you know what? You actually make a really good point, because I feel like this happens a lot. Like, people with good physiques will always get their foot in the door with clients, but I feel like if I didn't have the knowledge and I didn't coach you the way that I coached you, I don't think we'd be still sat here. No. I think it's very important for people to understand that. Yeah, okay, you can have a great physique and it can get your foot in the door in terms of lead generation, but what's going to keep clients for long periods of time and what's going to keep your clients progressing is the knowledge that you have and the application of that knowledge as well, and the explanation of it as well.
We come a long way in a year,
mate,
put it that way. I got, in terms of where I'm at with my progress, I don't really like to compare myself to other people. I just compare myself to myself. And mentally and physically, I'm just much better off than I was. And that's just part of it.
Yeah, so obviously off the back of all that, in terms of like the coaching, the process that you've been under, how important would you say it has been for you to get a coach on board as well?
Oh, it's crucial, especially going down the competing route as well.
Yeah.
Not even just for competing, but just in general. It's...
Do you know what sorry to cut you short, but like, we never initially wanted to compete, that was never the goal, was it? So it's just been a natural progression from yourself, and this is what I feel like gets missed a lot as well. I think a lot of people go, right, I'm going to compete, when I think you just let the process take its course. And if you get to a point where you're in now, where you develop enough interest to go, do you know what, this is the next challenge. It's all about setting goals and setting challenges. The first challenge for me and James was to establish a new way of working, a new way of training, a new way of actually living his lifestyle. And then that now has progressed itself into competing for the first time in September this year.
Yeah.
Will be like 14, 15 months later, So it's important to not get so hung up and fall in love with a particular goal. Always just aim for the progression of yourself first of all. Be better than yesterday, and wherever that takes you is wherever that takes you. Because I feel like if we'd have, I don't know about you, but with your anxiety, but if I'd have said to you, right, we need to do this within this sort of time frame, I think you'd probably be stressed out.
Yeah, no, the pressure that would put on, and
I feel like some people don't want to admit that the pressure.
No, of course they don't. No, and people just, especially nowadays, they just want to compete because they see their favourite athlete doing that, you know. And I have different reasons for doing that, wanting to compete. But you know, it was more the fact that I have the motivation and passion to do so. You know, even on days where it sounds stupid, but people that can relate to this will know that getting out of bed is difficult. But going to the gym and grafting for an hour and a half, eating your meals, doing your cardio, that was fun. But getting out of bed was hard. That's what really slapped me in the face and was like, well, hang on, this must be something that you really enjoy, because how can you struggle to do something so basic, but then be able to put in a shift every day? So what most people would think would be harder. You know?
Yeah, so that's the last question I wanted to ask as well. Like, how do you use the bodybuilding process as a positive when you're particularly having a bad day, so to speak?
Yeah, but there's no slow process. I just get it done.
Yeah.
I know I enjoy it, and I know that sometimes days can be worse than others. And I know that sometimes it's just going to be that way. But I know that where I want to get to, I have to put in a graft every day, and I do truly love the process. So it's never a question whether I'm going to train, whether I'm going to stick to it, whether I can be bothered or not. It's never a question.
So it's always a positive distraction.
Yeah, and that's why I've gone down this route, because it was a real slap in the face for me.
Yeah. So there you have it, straight from the horse's mouth. So yeah, obviously I hope you guys have enjoyed that little insight into how bodybuilding, and particularly getting a coach on board, will benefit you, especially if you're in a position like James where you struggle with your mental health. Obviously James uses those. I mean, you don't use them all the time, do you? So sometimes.
No, not all the time. And I say this just to finish, the physical benefits, cool. You get a cool physique, but the mental benefits you get from it. I say this to the guys and girls like PT as well. The satisfaction of seeing results, knowing that you put in work.
No one can give it to you.
Yeah, no, you can't get that from anything else.
No.
And that is way better than any physical difference.
Yeah.
Way better.
There you go. But so what we're going to do now is we're going to have our pre-workout meal, and then you're going to catch us in the gym, and we're going to go for a fucking session.
Yes, nah.
Class.
Shit.
Right, okay, so plan of action today. First session back from deload. Are you fucking ready?
Yeah, man. Always, bro.
I'm tuning in after the session, see what he feels. So we've got very good session today. One of my favourite sessions of the whole prep. So we've got 2 exercises for back. We've got a lat focused machine row, unilateral. Then we've got a cable stack pull down. Then we've got sternal cable press, which is effectively a chest press. And then we've got a converging machine press. Then we've got cable curls for your biceps. Then cross-body cable push down, and then finish off with standing cable lateral raises. So a nice upper body pump today. First session back. Pump's going to be mad because I'm coming off a deload nutrition week where I've had a lot more food than normal. So yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing. But what you should be buzzing about is this fucking naughty edit that James and I are going to put together now, with the courtesy of my man Ed behind the camera.
Is it a bit nippy outside?
Yeah, bro, I need to get some more vests, man. It keeps fucking sliding over me. I'm almost down there, fucking free fall over it. Yeah? I may be all jokey, bro, but my timing's improved. Yeah. Understand this, yeah? Mike Tyson. Oh, I missed it. I missed that one all the way. Ready? That is hot. it's different.
That is accurate.
Right, okay, to prove how difficult that is, try it, please. No, people are going to think that I've made that look easy.
Oh, bro, here we go.
17 weeks out, good spot. Main was 17, right?
Yeah, the main one, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the first.
But that's what I'm thinking, bro.
Yeah.
How was that session, bro?
So, yeah, we're back at the crib now. Fucking hell. First session back after a deload. I actually didn't have as much energy as I thought I would have, but we got it done. Obviously now we've rested, we've recharged, we're ready to dig for some more condition now. So we've got 10 weeks until the British Finals, 8 weeks until the MK Classic. So it's now getting into single digit numbers really. So got plenty of time still left to go, but it's now about just consistently hammering the fucking basics. Obviously step count needs to get nailed, nutrition needs to get nailed, training needs to get nailed now. But I'm really looking forward to it. You know, it's at a kind of stage where the finish line is in sight, so you're kind of not really in that much of a limbo. Like you can really sort of visualize the show when it comes around now. And obviously we've got the shoot booked in with Fit Visuals next Wednesday, so that's something that I'm just going to be fucking hammering myself to be ready for. I say ready for. I'm in fucking some of these fuckers who turn up in photo shoot condition. Fuck me, I'm about 12 weeks out of them, so I can rock up with a bit of tan and look naughty. So obviously that's something just to keep me ticking over, just to give me more information, more motivation. But yeah, man, training with James, how was that?
Yeah, it was good, bro. It's nice to have just been
Yeah.
change the scene, you know.
It must be pushing it.
Yeah, man, it was good. Just I feel like it.
Yeah, so he's 15 and 17 weeks out. We've obviously had a look at him, and this will be your last week of training, 100%.
Deload next week.
And he'll deload next week, and then again we'll have sort of the same sort of structure. We'll probably bump up the feed a little bit, and then we'll obviously search again, go. But he's got fucking plenty of time. You know, we've got loads.
Foot on the gas, man. Foot on the gas.
But foot on the fucking gas, you know. And this is one thing I want to say to everyone who is looking at like competing, right? Giving yourself as much time as possible is really important, because you started dieting what, 20 weeks out?
20, bro, yeah.
I started dieting properly fucking back in November, which would have been a ridiculous amount of weeks out. So giving yourself the most amount of time you can, the better. Because I'm still only doing step count because I've given myself the time. So time is always going to be your friend when you're competing and when you're looking to get to stage conditioning. Of course you can always rush it, but that comes to the detriment of fatigue and obviously your overall look. So the more time you can manage that fatigue and manage the process, the better. But yeah, that's pretty much another episode wrapped up. Episode 9, Live and Laugh, and then next episode 10 will be uploaded next week. So this is recorded on Monday and this will be turned around for Thursday. So you bunch of lucky motherfuckers. But like I say, after every single episode, you need to subscribe. We are so close to 1,000. Hopefully by the time this video goes out, we've hit 1,000, but we'll find out. But I've got so much content coming. This BTS from the photo shoot is gonna be a Mazzolini. It's gonna be a madness. So you need to subscribe, because I'm actually probably one of the best bodybuilders in the game right now bringing the content. I'm not even capping. Like the entertainment, the information, the insight into everything that we're doing here is something that I haven't personally come across ever from a bodybuilder, let alone a bodybuilder with as much charisma and confidence as myself. No cap. Like some of these bodybuilders are drier than a nun's. So yeah, like I said, man, you need to subscribe, like the video, make sure you put that notification bell on as well so you know when I've uploaded. And that is it. Another episode wrapped up. It's been an absolute pleasure. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.